What is up, guys? It's your boy back at it again with another 3-minute brain dump for Edge of Eternity's pre-releases this weekend. I watch reviews and gameplay so you don't have to, and just give my immediate thoughts of the format. Quick overview of the set mechanics. First we have spacecraft, planets, and station. It's like crewing vehicles, but you have to do a lot of it, and then it's a creature permanently. Very cool, very fun, but I'm pretty much ignoring these for limited with the exception of a couple cards, or if you can like warp in an Eldrazi to help station things up fast. Warp, kind of like adventure, but you get to ETB creatures. Strong mechanic, I think this will enable a lot of fun synergies such as Void, which cares when things leave the battlefield for an additional effect. I think these will be fairly easy to trigger, and the colors that care about it are strong in my opinion. Then we have lander tokens. They're like clues that tutor your basic lands. Actually kind of crazy and notably work for triggering Void. Here are the archetypes on the screen ranked in order from my most favorite to least favorite, but I think only a couple stand out for me while the rest are pretty close and playable. Keep in mind this is just my initial opinion and only for sealed, not draft. First we have Rakdos, which is Void and sacrificing creatures. I'm putting Rakdos as my favorite for now because I think red is really strong, black is also very solid. I'm favoring aggro archetypes for now. Next we have Gruul, which cares about landers and landfall. I think red and green have the best curve out creatures, strong 1s, 2s, 3s, and sometimes limited, that's all it takes to run over your opponent. Next I have Zet, which is artifact aggro. Seems pretty good. Again, I like red, and there are plenty of artifacts to make the blue side of it work. Celestia cares about 1/1 counters. This archetype seems to always perform just fine. Usually it's a middle of the road archetype, but you can run away with games pretty fast if your opponent can't stop you from growing. Next is Orzhov, go wide aggro. White has decent import for going wide, and access to black sacrifice payoffs is always nice. Boros cares about spacecrafts and tapped creatures. Again, not a fan of the spacecraft, but there's definitely room for an aggressive Boros deck here. Dimir cares about artifact control, lots of artifact support. I'm just worried that a control archetype might get ran over by the faster aggro archetypes, which again I favor here. Simic is lander ramp. Lander tokens are pretty nuts. It's a little bit of a slower strategy just because you have to put resources into ramping early, but there are certainly some big creature payoffs like the Eldrazi throughout the set. Golgari cares about graveyard. I don't see a ton of graveyard stuff going on, and there's a lot of exiling going on instead of things going to your yard, so those synergies might get hurt by that. I'm not too sure about Golgari. Azorius cares about double spelling. I think they designed this archetype better in Dragonstorm. I've always thought it's a little bit of a clunky archetype. The warping will help, but in Seal it'll be kind of difficult to pull off, I feel. I'm going to flash some cards on the screen that I think are bombs while I quickly give my final thoughts. I think they added a lot of low-cost creatures with high power stats to help with stationing, but I think that's just going to turn into fast-dropping life totals. I think this set plays kind of fast. The caveat to that is that there's 4 to 5 sweepers. Be prepared to just lose to a board wipe and move on to the next game. Lastly, the set is really light on multicolor cards and color fixing. You're probably better off just sticking to a 2-color archetype rather than trying to force a splash. That's it for me. Good luck out there, guys.